Welcome to the Soul Health Mentor podcast with Nadia Kraus. Learn how to move your awareness out of your mind and into your heart so you can embody your divinity, experience joyous peace of mind, and create your most vibrant life by opening to receive your soul's sacred medicine.
Hello, beautiful soul. Hello, strong heart. Hey, brilliant listener. Welcome back to Soul Health Mentor Podcast. In this week's Soul Health Mentor episode, I introduce you to a very simple morning ritual that nourishes you on every level while building a strong, nurturing foundation to build your body, or should I say bodies, strong from there on out. Now, you might be wondering why I'm talking about multiple bodies. I want to let you know that I'm a former corporate health coach, now promoting your divinity. I want to tell you what that means. So when I say bodies, I actually am talking about not just your physical body, but also your emotional body, your mental body, your spiritual body, and of course, your physical body. And I've created a podcast episode in the past. It's podcast episode number 9, which is called The 4 Pillars of Soul Health, where I really go into depth. I really describe those 4 bodies in the state of health and in the state of dis-ease. As a former corporate health coach, I used to talk to people about their bodies. Unfortunately, not all 4. So I should say about their physical body all day long. I would talk about nutrition, and I would talk about exercise, I would talk about stress management, and I would talk about weight loss, blood pressure, and lifestyle diseases. While I'm really passionate about health, and I am passionate about physical health, of course, I wouldn't have become a health coach if I wasn't. I was really, really frustrated to only be talking about root cause. I need to correct that. I wasn't talking about root causes. I was only talking about symptoms. And that was really, really frustrating for me. It was frustrating for me to only be touching things on a surface level, to have what feels like to me skin deep conversations, because I like to talk about root causes. When I started my business at Soul Health Mentor, I started working with my clients in the Akashic Records, and I'm really, really passionate about that because the Akashic Records, they are a metaphysical tool that help you get to root causes so you don't have to go in circles over and over again, or you don't have to feel like you're fighting a battle walking uphill. It really feels that way. When you are not addressing root causes, it feels like you're fighting a battle uphill and you're using so much more energy, and it takes so much more resolve to keep going when you're not addressing root causes. So listen to that episode for an in-depth explanation of all of your 4 bodies in a state of health and in a state of dis-ease. And the English word disease states so beautifully how you're not at ease. How you're not at ease. And addressing root causes puts you at ease. I really find it interesting that, to me, and that is because I work this way, I do find it interesting how society at large has this mindset that it's easier to just kind of stay surface level than going deep. It actually isn't. It takes so much more energy to uphold surface level, a surface level status. It is actually much easier to dive deep, to eliminate the root cause, and to master your transformation. So I'm excited to introduce you to this very, very simple ritual. It's anchored in simplicity, and it helps you build 5 tiny habits. Habits make your day. Behavioral change starts with habits. So even when I work with my clients in the Akashic Records and we eliminate blocks, restrictions, negative karmic patterns, there's still this habit. There's still this habit of behaving a certain way, that's a pattern, that needs to be rewired in everyday life. So sacred self-care rituals are really, really helpful to ingrain a new pattern. Soul care rituals are really, really helpful to ingrain a new pattern. So let me tell you about the 5 steps of this morning ritual that doesn't take very long. That's the beauty of it. It's absolutely doable, doesn't take very long, and it nourishes you on every level and builds this nurturing foundation from here on out, building your body and your bodies strong. So step 1 is get up early. Step 2 is meditate. Step 3 is move your body. And step 4 is setting your day. And step 5 is eating a healthy breakfast. Before you go, but I don't have any time. Just calm down a minute. That's why we're talking about this ritual. It's really, really important to be solutions orientated. If your mind is continuously problem orientated, you're looping in the problem and you can't find solutions in the problem. Albert Einstein said it so beautifully when he said, you cannot solve a problem with the same thinking that created the problem in the first place. So remember, here at Soul Health Mentor, we drop out of our head into our hearts. It's all about out of your head and into your heart wisdom. So I want you to place your hand on your heart. Take a deep breath. I always like to sigh. It helps me land in my body. And let's just talk about it. Open your heart, open your mind, and let's just talk about it. When I talk about step 1, getting up early, of course it's going to take some change to implement this ritual. So if you're working a full-time day job, that full-time day job takes up 80% of your time. Yes, there's not a lot of time left for you. That is correct. When there isn't a lot of time left for you, you are most definitely more in the energy of taking care of agendas that maybe don't have a lot to do with you, and you're not really taking care of your own agenda. You might not even be aware of your own needs. You might not even be aware of what you need, if you need support, and how to receive that support. That is the 3 questions that build the foundation of your self-care and soul care and your soul health. The 3 questions are, how do you feel? What do you need? And do you need support? If you don't have time to think about it, you're never going to know. If you never know, you can never ask for it. And if you don't ask for it, nothing will change. So it's a decision that you get to make. Are you worth getting up 30 minutes, just 30 minutes earlier than your usual time? Are you worth that? Me personally say, yes, you're worth that. You desire it, you require it, and you deserve it. So just imagine, we're playing the imagine game now. Imagine you get up 30 minutes earlier. And the next step is meditate. And before you go, or you have all these pictures in your mind thinking about what that needs to look like, let's just talk about it. Take a deep breath. And let's just talk about it. Meditating doesn't have to be long. Remember, we're building tiny habits. Tiny habits. Before you get up an hour earlier, you get up 30 minutes earlier. Before you meditate for 10 minutes straight, you meditate for 2. And you don't need an app. Obviously, this is your decision. But me personally, I'm going to just talk about my personal experience. An app is going to distract me because as soon as I open my device, I'm going to see some notification or my mind is going to go, ooh, let me just check this. And down the rabbit hole of the internet, social media, emails, down the rabbit hole I go. So that's not the purpose of my morning ritual. So I literally do not use any apps to meditate. I use a timer. And I use a timer that is not on my phone. An old-fashioned clock that you use for your oven. I don't know what they're called. They're like portable little clocks. And they do make a noise. So you kind of have to see. Or you put your phone on airplane mode for a short amount of time. I actually put my phone on airplane mode during the night. And I know there's people that have told me they don't do that because they want to be reachable. I'm in the situation where my parents are no longer alive and my brother lives all the way in South Africa. So there's nothing I could do that if anything happened to my brother, there's nothing I could do in the moment. I could just hold space. So that's how we communicate. We communicate via WhatsApp, and I switch off my phone. It's on airplane mode, and it goes back on when I'm awake. Oops, I totally got off track. But I remember someone telling me that from my health coaching times. I remember that. And it had to do with the situation of, yeah, I have to be reachable for work, but that's another episode. So let me get back to what we were talking about. So we were talking about meditating. So just bear with me and just imagine your phone is on airplane mode. You do not get distracted by any kind of notifications, the rabbit hole of emails, social media, notifications. You're not distracted. You put on your timer for 2 minutes. That's it. And you sit down and you close your eyes and all you focus on is your breath. You breathe in and you breathe out. And when your mind takes you on a tangent, that's okay. You reel it back in by just focusing on your breath. You breathe in and you breathe out. And you do that for 2 minutes. That's it. You enjoy the silence of your morning, and you will notice how this silence nourishes your mind. And sitting with your mind helps you access your emotions. And after sitting for 2 minutes like that, the 3 questions that build the foundation for your self-care and soul health, how do I feel? What do I need? Do I need support? Are so much easier to answer. Next, you move your body and stop before you start going off on a tangent. Oh, I don't have time to exercise in the morning. Remember, breathe. And let's just talk about it. So this doesn't have to be a big deal. Again, we're building tiny habits. And this is not going to take you, these 5 steps are not going to take you longer than 30 minutes. And over time, you might want to expand the time because you're worth it. But right now, it's about tiny habits. So moving your body, you can choose a favorite dance song. And before you say, hey, I don't dance, then just choose a song and jump up and down. Just move your body. Use music to energize you. A favorite song. Maybe you like airboxing. then you box. If you don't like dancing, you move your body in whatever way feels good to you. Maybe you're just going to run for the whole entire song at the same spot. Just move your body. I choose dancing because I love dancing. I absolutely love dancing, and I'm better when I dance. So I choose a song where this song is already helping me set my day, which is the next step. So it's a two in one. I choose a song that represents an energy that I want to infuse my day with. So I have a whole playlist on YouTube, and I choose the song that I want that day. And I recommend you do the same. You can also do a list on Spotify, whatever device, whatever software you use. So setting your day is your song. Your song is also moving your body, but we're going to add something to setting your day. So I like to take the members of the Empowered Goddess Temple. Before they enroll in the membership, they enroll in 1 month to test out the membership to see if they like it, and only if they decide to stay do we set up a month-to-month subscription. So I take them through a process called the Soul Heart Journey. And during the Soul Heart Journey, it's a 1 hour session, we travel the maze of your life to lift the fog and confusion, to uncover and discover a power statement. I love to call this power statement your soul power mantra. And your soul power mantra becomes your guiding North Star throughout the year, throughout a period of time, and it holds an intention, it holds a desire, a deep desire. And you could call it an affirmation. The difference is that nobody tells you what the affirmation is. We discover the affirmation, the power statement, the soul power mantra together, and it's based on your life and based on your desires. So I'm going to share my soul power mantra with you for this year. I've gone through the same process. I've done this for myself. So my soul power mantra this year is, my body sings with radiance and now discovers her true power to create as divine vessel. Boom. Health and wellness is my number one. Of course, it entails all four bodies. And I personally need to really take care of myself this year. Sometimes our life gets imbalanced. And I can definitely say that building this business, I've been so focused on building the business that I haven't been taking care of my physical body as well as I need to. I've been taking care of the emotional, mental, and spiritual body, but my physical body needs me to take better care of her. So that is my soul power mantra. And you can use your song. I've Got the Power is a song from Snap. It's a really old song, but it's my favorite song. I've Got the Power is a mantra. So you can use your song as a mantra, or I wanted to invite you to book a session with me. If you want to check out the Empowered Goddess Temple, which is all about sacred self-care, the Goddess Way, and you want to discover your power statement, check out the temple for a month to see if you want to stay. We're going to build these tiny habits all throughout the year, and we're building tiny habits for all bodies. So I just wanted to mention that. That is your step 4, setting your day, the right energy. And then you eat a healthy breakfast. And this healthy breakfast doesn't have to be complicated. And again, I can hear the yeah, but I don't eat breakfast. I'm not hungry till 10 a.m. in the morning. Remember, let's just breathe. Stop a moment and let's just talk about it. So why is eating breakfast a good thing? It's a good thing because it stabilizes your blood sugar. And why is stabilizing your blood sugar a good thing? It's a good thing because When you stabilize your blood sugar, not only are you provided with fuel and energy, but you don't crash. If you don't eat breakfast until 10 a.m., let me ask you this. Is the breakfast you eat at 10 a.m. a healthy breakfast, or is it a sugar breakfast? I'm going to talk about me here. I know that if I don't eat breakfast that stabilizes my blood sugar, at 10 a.m., I'm going to kind of be frantic and I'm going to search for anything and I'm going to stuff myself with things that aren't healthy. I know myself, and it's going to be sugar and simple carbs. So I know that if I'm not prepared, there's this saying that really goes for me, and it might go for you as well: fail to prepare, prepare to fail. It's really harsh. I know it's really harsh, but it's the truth. And sometimes hearing the truth, yeah, is harsh. So I know that about myself. The breakfasts I eat, they will sustain me, and they are breakfasts like oatmeal with banana and nuts, or Greek yogurt with granola, with some dried fruit, with chia seeds. It can also be a banana and some nuts and a cheese stick if I didn't prepare a different breakfast. It can also be whole grain sprouted bread with some baby carrots and some lunch meat. It doesn't take long to prepare. It really doesn't. And this is a step that I like to do. I like to prepare it in the evening if I know that I need to be on the road the next day. I work from home. I'm a business owner. But when I used to work as a corporate health coach, I used to meal prep every Sunday because that was the only way that I could have healthy meals. So here you go. That's your 30-minute morning ritual. And remember, not only does this sacred self-care and soul care practice, because it nourishes you. Your body needs nutrients. Your soul loves nourishment. It helps you build those tiny habits that empower you, but it also inspires you to nourish your whole self, all bodies. It's easy, fun, and deeply nourishing. So I encourage you to re-listen to this episode if you need to, and really think about ways to implement this practice. Find your way. And remember, if you're ready for more sacred self-care, more soul care, practices, they are habits, then I invite you to check out the Empowered Goddess Temple by visiting the show notes on soulhealthmentor.com, and you'll find the top left button takes you right to the show notes blog. And book a session with me. Go on a soul heart journey with me to discover your power statement, to discover your very personal and unique to you power statement. And one last thing. If you've enjoyed this episode or any episode of Soul Health Mentor Podcast, can I ask you for a favor? The favor I want to ask you for is literally me asking these 3 questions. How do I feel? What do I need? Do I need support? I practice that regularly. And when I ask myself, how do I feel when I don't get feedback, on my podcast, I have to be honest with you. I'm full of passion and full of zest, and I love talking about what I talk about, but I'm human also, and I do get discouraged. I do get disheartened when I don't get feedback. This online world is very, very different than meeting in real life. In real life, I automatically get feedback because we're interacting. But here, I'm talking into a microphone. I'm imagining talking to you in real life, but it doesn't change the fact that I'm talking into a microphone and I broadcast these episodes, but there's nothing coming back. And it becomes very disheartening. So that's how I feel. I feel a little bit disheartened right now that I'm not getting feedback. There's no interaction, no engagement. So here's what I need. I really love getting encouragement. I love cheer. I love being cheerleader for others, but I also love being cheered, and I love feedback. So if you love my podcasts and content I create, tell me. And you can tell me by writing a review. That's how you can tell me. Of course, you can also come follow me on Facebook, Nadia Shana Kraus, but I really would love for you to write a review. If a podcast episode is great for you, share that with me. Share it in a review. It fuels my creativity and passion to be of service, service, to be of service with Soul Health Mentor and Company, my business. And if you found yourself thinking, ooh, this is good, or this is inspiring, you can also tip me. If you don't want to write a review, if you say you're not good at writing, that's okay. You can tip me. I shared my PayPal link in the show notes. I'm just being heart-wrenchingly open with you here because I realized it is time for me to take my own medicine and walk my talk, and I asked myself, how do I feel? What do I need? And do I need support? So I told you how I feel, I told you what I need, and I most definitely need support. I cannot do this work alone. I really can't. The best way for Soul Health Mentor, the message to grow, is for the message to spread. And the best way for the message to spread is through your shares, is through your favorite reviews that you can leave on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon, Google, whatever is your favorite podcast platform. And the best way for Soul Health Mentor to evolve, to get better, is via your feedback. So tell me, what are your struggles? What do you need support with? How do you feel right now about your soul health? How do you feel about your emotional, mental, spiritual, and physical health? What do you need, and how can I help? How can I support you? I would love to hear from you, so please consider writing a review. Your feedback and questions help me clarify the value I want to put out there in the work. They help me clarify the work I do. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being beautiful, strong, brilliant you. With so much love and gratitude. Until next time.
Thank you for listening to the Soul Health Mentor podcast with Nadia Kraus. If you like what you heard, please subscribe, rate, and review at Apple Podcasts or wherever podcasts are playing.